my God. What a fucking week.
I feel like I'm not going to be saying very much in this podcast.
I feel like you will.
I'm just going to sit back here with my leftover candy here, and
I feel like you will be saying more than you think.
I don't know.
I think so.
I think you're more heated than me.
I am. I have some opinions, but let's just start with today, guys. I almost my laptop almost died. It was an emergency.
What happened?
So this morning at like 6:47 in the morning, I'm walking around, get a glass of water, sit down in my bed to go back to sleep, lean over, try to grab my water, and guess where it goes, ladies and gentlemen?
The laptop?
All over my laptop.
Like a full big glass of water?
It was about half full.
Hmm.
So, I immediately am like, oh my God. Like, honestly, I was like, I can't go back to sleep. So, I freak out for a good 5 minutes first. And I opened the lid and it literally says no hard drive found. And I'm like,
oh God.
Oh my God. So one of my friends works with computers and he's like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. We can fix this. He's like, it just happened. Like, if it was something that happened a while ago and shit, like, you'd be fucked. But, like, it just happened. We can fix this. Don't worry. So he had me get a garbage bag and put, like, rice in the bottom. Like you would do for a cell phone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let it sit for, like, 6 hours. And then try to start it up. I was like, okay. So I put it in the bag. I actually went back to sleep. Because, like, I had freaked out and all that shit. And I actually went out and did some stuff today. And then I got back, turned it on, works just fine.
Problem solved. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. But I freaked the hell out.
Well, yeah. I thought spilling Coke on my Alexa was bad.
Yeah, no. I was like, oh my God, no. No. But hey, I fixed it, so. But yeah, so that happened today.
I can tell you what's happening right now.
Some funny ass shit.
Cody Rhodes has blew up the internet with his neck tattoo.
Yep. Guys.
Y'all, I thought it was like a kid's tattoo you put on with a little water sponge. Yeah,
like a peel stick.
Yeah, no. It's real. AEW tweeted pictures of him getting it done. It's real. It's huge, ugly, and bright red, and is like the whole side of his neck.
She's a big gal, that one.
It's horrible.
Guys, it's bad. Like, I'm sure you've seen it by now, but
I don't understand. He's not a bad-looking dude. I don't know why he would do that to himself.
Well, now his inside matches his outside.
It's so bad, though. Like,
trash.
What the heck?
Literally, everybody's on here saying Cody made a bad decision.
It's horrible.
It is.
Like, I don't know. Like, he went from having that one tattoo, I'm assuming that's the only one he had, that says dream on his chest.
Which that one, I'm like, that's for your dad.
It's like, not big and gaudy. So he went from a script tattoo for his dad to, like,
full-on American flag neck tattoo.
Yeah. It's horrible.
What is that going to look like when he's, like, 85?
What's it gonna look like tomorrow and the next day and the next day? Like, who cares about when he's 85?
It'll look in his mind it'll look good, and then when he starts getting old and wrinkly, then it's gonna look like a vagina.
You can't tell me he thinks that looks good. You can't tell me that after it was over, there wasn't a small part of him that was like, I fucked.
Should I do this?
Like, you can't tell me there wasn't a small part.
Oh God. So somebody tweeted, I'm the American Nightmare and I'm going to steal your car stereo.
Oh my God. It's It's just, I mean, it's not bad. It's not poorly done. It's just ugly.
Guys, I'm getting the biggest kick out of this. Like, you have no idea. This shit is.
I feel like I have heard of this tattoo parlor too. He got it done at Ink and Dagger Tattoo in Roswell, and I feel like I don't think I've not been there, but I feel like I've heard about it. I googled.
Oh, Jen, your favorite person's on right now.
Who?
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, with Pac?
Yeah, Orange Cassidy versus Pac, and he's got his best friends. That Orange Cassidy.
Ugh,
what garbage.
My goodness. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, Google it. Look it up. It's a sight.
So, anyway, guys, speaking of AEW fans, let me tell you, people were not happy with WWE this week.
That's your thing because everybody's saying they're going to AEW?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, I'm going to watch AEW from now on. That's all I'm going to watch. I'm not watching anything else. Well, guys, guess what happened? Smackdown had its highest ratings since the beginning of Smackdown on Fox. Huh. Interesting.
That didn't work out.
Yeah, that worked out real well. Yeah.
You think that was just because of Cena, or?
Maybe. It's possible.
Which, by the way, Cena was confusing as fuck. I was confused for the majority of the whole thing. I mean, I knew it was going to end that way, but I'm like, he never actually said anything. Like, he never, pulled a Mark Henry. He never pulled a Mark Henry and said he was going to retire. Like, he didn't say anything.
He just kept it very vague.
Yes, and I was just like, I don't understand what your point is, sir.
You're like, what are you getting at, sir?
Like, I knew Fiend was going to show up, but I was just like, what are you saying you're here for? He's like, I'm here to talk about my future at WrestleMania. I have no future at WrestleMania. I wanted to make this announcement in front of my family in my hometown, and I'm like, what announcement?
You're like, what do you want?
I will not be back for a long time. Okay, so you're retiring. And then
I'm not retiring.
But I'm not retiring.
But I am retiring.
But I wanted to say it in front of my family. Bye. And I'm like, what? And then he's so quick. Dude's about to retire, basically. And then he's so quick to be like, yes, I'm having this match. Like, I don't know.
The match is happening.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cool way they did it. It was cool. But I was just, the majority of the time, confused.
I just thought it was really cool because usually the Fiend takes the person out.
Right.
And it just shows that the Fiend possibly respects John Cena.
I think so.
Maybe. Either that or he wants to keep him alive to play with his food.
That too.
Or both. He'll be sitting there going, well, I'm going to play with my food first. And then I will eat my food. He's like a snake. He's a snake in the grass.
Or a cat with a mouse.
No, that's true. Or Dean with a bunny. Because Puppy Dean Ambrose loves bunnies.
Okay, so the reason this happened, though, is because of the biggest upset of the week.
Of the week?
Of the year, I don't know. Season, I don't know.
Hi guys, it's Nikki, and we have moved to Anchor Podcast. Now, what we like about Anchor is Anchor gives us everything in one place, and it's free. You don't have to spend $15 a month on getting subpar service when you could get everything in one place for free. What I like about it too is you could actually get creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right in the app. Now, this doesn't change how your podcast is distributed. You can hear it everywhere, such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and more. And it makes everything easy for monetization, even if you don't have a ton of listeners. So if you're interested, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
So I didn't watch. I was at work. And I didn't even text you about it because I saw it and I'm like, okay, she's just going to be really pissed. And I'm not going to say anything about it.
But I was not the only person pissed.
Well, no.
Like, there were maybe like 3 or 4 people who were like, oh yeah, Goldberg won.
I mean, I didn't think it would happen, but I wasn't surprised that it happened. But like but I wasn't like thoroughly pissed, but people were thoroughly pissed. Like,
I think the difference is like, I would have been okay with it if it were done differently.
I mean, that jackhammer. I saw the video of that.
Well, it's because Bray sandbagged him. I finally saw the video of it, and I'm like, he fucking sandbagged him. I am proud. Like, I would do that. And then once I said that, all these fucking men were like, oh, Nikki, you would hurt somebody just to make a point. I'm like, do you not know me? Yeah. Hi, my name is Nikki. I'm a vengeful bitch. How are you? Like, really? I'm a shady bitch. You really don't think I would do that?
You're not shady.
To those fucking men folk, I am.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Not to you.
So Fiend lost the title in Saudi Arabia.
He did.
How long was the match?
3 minutes and some odd seconds.
There was a bunch of spears and a jackhammer that was fucked up, and that was about it, right?
And apparently he no-sold the spears. And then sandbagged him on the jackhammer. So he was not happy that this was happening. And then he gets on Twitter and throws shade.
I did see that, yeah.
Yes. Somebody said, because last night, the Usos faced the new tag team champions, The Miz and John Morrison. And the Usos won against the new tag team champions.
Clean,
guys. Clean as a whistle. And somebody had tweeted, wow, you're going to have the competitors beat the new tag team champions. How does that build a character? Are they trying to kill characters? And Bray was like, yes. And you know what I said to that? Look at you. You turned into me.
He's turned into Matt.
Yes. And Matt, and now Matt's just like, everything's great. I'm like, yeah, because your contract's up in, okay, it's 8, 10, 2 hours. Your contract's up in 2 hours. That's why, Matt. By the way, guys, Matt Hardy officiated a wedding today.
And his giraffe died yesterday.
No, George Washington died.
Well.
And he officiated a wedding as Broken Matt, and instantly, you know what I said?
What?
Nikki's wedding.
Oh, God.
Broken Matt will officiate my wedding. It'll be wonderful. Oh, I can't wait. Anyway, but yeah, so he lost. And the internet blew up. And
it did.
And literally there was only maybe 3 people who were like, oh yeah, that's great. Everybody else? What did everybody else do?
I don't think anybody was like, oh, that's great. Some people were like, oh, I understand why they did that, whatever.
Oh, no, I saw a couple tweets where people were like, I am happy Goldberg won.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No, like the people who are like, I understand why, like, they're kind of on the fence about it, but like, there were actually a couple of people who were like, I love Goldberg. He's great. And I'm like, fuck you. Really? Go fuck yourself. So, basically, I would have been okay if it was like an actual match. Like, there was an athletic ability shown. Like, there was actually something. Now, granted, Kofi Kingston lost in way less time. And Ricochet, I mean, we were very pessimistic with our Ricochet guesses because he did not lose in 7 seconds.
Oh.
He lost in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. He lasted longer than Kofi. And you know what I said to that? That right there? That's an insult to Kofi. But, so Bray he doubled what Ricochet did. But, and this is a big but, he literally got no offense in. Like, he tried to do the mandible claw. That didn't work. And he tried a couple other things, and it didn't work. So, I've had a couple days to calm down about this decision.
Mm-hmm.
I have. And I'm still not happy. I mean, I'm happy with the match that he's going to have if it's done right. Because all I can think about is Goldberg sucks at promos, right?
Right.
And Roman, he's not that great either. So, like, at least it's going to be entertaining because John is actually pretty good on the mic. And the Fiend is really good on the mic.
Right.
So, that'll at least be entertaining. Like, we'll be entertained at least. But it just I feel like this whole thing makes WrestleMania very predictable.
Well, yeah. We know Roman's going to win. We know Fiend will win.
Yep. We hope.
I think it's at this point they have no choice.
I have no choice at this point.
Drew's gonna win.
Yeah.
What else we got? Oh, Shayna will probably win.
Yeah. It makes it very predictable.
Charlotte and Rhea, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably Rhea. Probably.
Well, and there's a lot of talk that Bianca might be added to the match too.
Hmm.
So that would be a way for if Bianca pinned Rhea, then they keep Charlotte strong.
Right.
Because Charlotte wouldn't have gotten pinned.
And then what else is happening?
Street Profits, probably.
Orton and Edge. I would hope.
I hope. If not, then that's some fucked up shit.
Unless Christian gets involved, and then I'd be okay with
Well,
that.
somebody mentioned Jeff Hardy's coming back.
Yeah, he's gonna be on
Jeff could get involved.
the Fox show.
Lo and behold, he was actually in Phoenix trying to get cleared. I did not know that. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, Jeff could get involved in that along with Christian.
Christian coming out and helping Orton win would be really good.
Yeah.
I would like that.
I just wonder, like, the rumor is that there's 16 matches at WrestleMania.
How many were there last year?
14.
Oh, Lord.
So they're going to go like 9 hours this year, probably. 9-hour show, kids. But I just wonder, how are they going to make that many stories for 16 matches in a month?
I don't think there's going to be really that many stories.
There won't. They'll just be matches.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean,
there'll be a tag, the Miz and Morrison, Usos, and New Day probably.
Yeah. It'll probably be Seth Lee and Murphy versus probably the Street Profits. There's going to be a U.S. title match.
There'll be a cruiserweight.
Intercontinental.
So all the women's. I don't know about the tag champs, but the two women's.
So there's
titles.
5. The Battle Royals are 6 and 7. Rhea and Charlotte. And maybe Bianca. Bailey and probably Naomi.
Or Sasha
Lacey.
Bailey.
Or Sasha. One of the 72,000. Shayna and Becky. So that's 10. The Fiend and Cena. Drew and Brock. Goldberg and Roman. So that's 13.
Do you do Edge and
Orton, 14.
You did both the tag titles already?
Yeah.
Probably
Dolph and Otis.
Hmm.
Probably.
Oh, you talked about this last week. Maybe Mandy and Sonya. If Sonya turns out that she has something to do with it.
I would say one of the two,
Or
or
a
it's going to
mixed
be a mixed tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we need one more.
Did we say cruiserweights already?
Yeah.
Garza and.
But wouldn't that? No, that wouldn't be for the cruiserweight. Yeah, Garza and
Maybe
Humberto.
Andrade could come back and go.
Well,
after
I thought
Garza.
Andrade would be in the U.S. title match though.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, AJ and Taker.
AJ and Taker, 16. Jesus Christ.
AJ and Taker won't last very long.
No. I don't think if they did, I mean, I don't know. That seems like so much. Like, oh my, that just seems like a lot. What do you do at that point?
Go to the bathroom. Yeah, they need some re-entry bracelets.
They do. Be like, hey, call me when the Fiend is on.
I mean, I don't smoke, but I might need a smoke break.
Smoke break. They're like, what are you doing? I'm just standing outside. Is there like an area where I could just stand? Just get some fresh air?
Or be like, where's the reefer area?
Is there a weed area? Fuck CBD area where I can just sit and...
A CBD roller ball, anything?
Yeah. Is there like a little... Can I go sit on the pirate ship for a little while?
Massage stand, something.
Can
Those little where they do the little mini massages in the mall for like 15 minutes.
Question is, are snacks involved? I need some snacks. So I just don't understand why they had to do the match so quick. With
Which one?
The Fiend. I don't understand. Like, I know Goldberg doesn't go very long. I understand that. But, like, you couldn't have given it something.
Or even, like, interference somehow.
Yeah.
Like, maybe even Roman would somehow interfere to help him win just because Roman didn't want to face the Fiend. Like, that would have made it all come together more than Roman just walking out last night and being like, it's me, I'm next. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't have made sense, but at the same time, him walking out and claiming it without any explanation is kind of like,
I'm next. It's like,
well, I mean, even though we know, yeah, you are, like, could have been something. This is when managers need to talk. Like, somebody needs to come out and say something.
That's the thing that I was just like, because Roman did say, he's like, I don't want to face Goldberg. And he had some good points, like, on why he did not want to face Goldberg. Like, he literally said, Goldberg is not in the locker room all the time. I respect him, but, like, he's not in the locker room all the time. He's, he's a part-timer. Which I get, like, but it's just stupid that, you have to give somebody, like, somebody who's worked his ass off for months just to have it be like that. And I think a lot of people are very concerned because, like, you have him. He's been screwed over before, royally. And then it's kind of getting shades of that again. Which is, I mean, maybe he's not. We don't know, but it seems like he's on the team of he's being screwed.
Right. But that's what Cena's there for. Because Cena wants to actually put people over and help people.
Let's hope.
That's what he wants to do.
See, remember, he was going to put Baron Corbin over, and then look what happened.
Well, he didn't like Baron's attitude.
Yeah.
He's worked with Wyatt before, so.
Yeah, he fucked him over the first time.
My dog's having a nightmare. Wake up. You're awake.
Yeah, I just think it's bullshit that, unfortunately, it feels like we're going back to the same old shit. And it turns out that, like, that wasn't the original outcome that they had planned.
Huh.
Like, the rumors are that Vince just said, oh, well, we're going to have Goldberg win. Like, he called it the day of. He's like, oh, Goldberg's gonna win.
I know I read somewhere that the people behind the scenes were saying Vince was the only one that wanted Goldberg to win, but I didn't realize it was day of.
And Vince thought that people would like it.
That's just dumb. Why would anybody like it?
Why? But, like, he's the guy who's just like, oh my god, yeah. You gotta love this person and this person. And honestly, the only reason I can see, and this is what I think Vince would never say, but I feel like this is the truth. The only reason he wanted Roman versus Goldberg is so Roman didn't get booed the fuck out of WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah. That's the only, literally, that is the only reasoning that I can think of.
That's exactly why he knew if he beat the Fiend that everyone would boo the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah. And people already want to boo the shit out of him.
But now everybody's mad at Goldberg, so.
Yeah. So people are like, oh, he'll just, it works because, but here's the thing is there is a segment of fans who are already booing him.
I mean, let's be real though. If we end up going or if we're watching on TV or wherever we are, and we had to cheer for one.
I would have to cheer for Roman.
Even though we normally boo Roman.
Or we're quiet.
No, you know, at some point we're going to have to be like, oh my God, Goldberg better not get this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if you're one of the ones that boo Roman, which we have been for a long time, even though we've kind of settled into nothing.
Yeah. I mean, really, we're just silent now.
Yeah. Like, even people that don't really like Roman and boo him. Like, Roman doesn't have, like, the Cena heat where it's you love to boo him or you love to cheer for him and you want to see him no matter what. Roman doesn't have that. Like, if you're booing Roman, you just don't like him.
Yeah.
It's not like it's fun.
Say we don't like Joe. We respect Joe. Because Joe is not the one responsible for his character.
Right. I just feel like, and I've had several people that I've talked to about this say, like, Roman doesn't really have a character.
No.
Like, who is he supposed to be?
Like, you don't know his motivations. You don't know. Like, he just kind of shows up.
Like, at least with Seth, and I don't like Seth, but at least with Seth, I feel something towards him. Roman, I don't feel anything. Like, Seth got this whole Messiah thing before that. He was the dick that turned on them, and he had all these motives to be the top guy. Like, Roman has no character development whatsoever.
No.
So, like, it's really hard to formulate any kind of an opinion, really, about him.
Well, and I think another thing that's really difficult is, like Seth, you have that, I mean, you have a reason to hate him.
Right.
Roman, you know, you literally, yeah, he works fairly well, but really, how did he get there? What's his story to getting to where he's at? Like,
who is he? We don't know.
And you can't say, oh, he had cancer and that's why he got there. Well, okay. Well, what else? Like, what is there? How did he get to the Shield? How did this happen? Like,
and part of that is he doesn't have the experience before WWE that kind of at least give people a backstory. Like, there's really like no backstory.
Like,
to him
literally,
whatsoever.
Seth, it's like he was Tyler Black. He went to FCW. This happened. He had a bad attitude. He almost got fired. He worked his way back up. Got to the Shield. He turned on the Shield. Like, he got hurt. He worked back from his injury. He was with the Shield again. Like, there is like a timeline and a story. Like, Mox, same thing. Dean Ambrose / Mox, I should say. There's a story. Like, you feel like you know them. Good, bad, or indifferent, you feel like you know, like, why. But Roman is just like, here's my cousins. And I had 6
And
months.
they have a story. His cousins have a story.
His cousins have a story.
They're like these thug guys, like the street guys. And he's nothing like that. He's not even, like, you can't even relate him to them, really, because their personalities are completely different.
Exactly.
Like, you know, the Uso Penitentiary, like, they're like these tough guys, and, like, Roman's not like that.
And Roman's just, like, there.
He's just, like, the good, like, clean cut, cousin that's just there. He's not
and
The
you
Rock.
don't know why he hangs out with them.
Right, exactly. They don't go together.
They don't go together. I don't see them at the Chinese buffet together.
No.
Like, what? Like, Roman, there's just not a story. Like, and the reasoning behind that is because literally everything, I mean, people are going to hate that I say it, everything was handed to him. They don't have to write a story if you just give him the title shots. You don't have to write a story for that.
No. But again, nobody's going to form any kind of feeling for him one way or another. And that's ultimately what Vince wants. He wants people to care about him.
Well,
but nobody does because they don't have a reason to.
Like, people boo him because you're putting a guy with no story and no motives. Like, you don't understand why he's doing things. You don't understand, like, all this shit. And then you put him, after you hand him things, hand him title shots, hand him opportunities, etc., you put him against people that people like.
Yep.
You're going to precondition people not to like him. Like, and then he gets cancer, and then everybody's kind of just respectful. Like, you're not going to boo the guy who had cancer.
And then you put him against Baron Corbin, have Baron Corbin pour dog food all over him.
Yeah.
Like, it still didn't make me care about him. It was gross.
When really
it helped chilly. Baron Corbin. It helped Corbin a little bit.
Honestly, that helped Baron more than anything.
Made everybody hate him even. The first time it was dog food, wasn't it? When they tied him up, that was.
I don't think it was dog food.
The very first one, it looked like dog food. It looked more like it than the chili.
Yeah. The second,
but regardless,
clearly chili.
Yeah, it was. But regardless, like it helped Baron a little bit. Just people hate him even more. Like, you can't say anybody felt like, oh, poor Roman.
No,
nobody felt like that.
But
why was he doing that? Because he was jealous of him because he's labeled the big dog. Why is he the chosen one? Why is he labeled?
Why
the
is he
dog?
the big dog? How did he become the big dog?
And what does that mean?
Yeah.
Who is the big dog? We don't know.
I don't know. Why is this? Why? Like, why? Why is this a thing? I don't know.
They don't know.
No. Because nobody writes a story anymore. And then when you have a character who has a fucking massive story that, like, people love and people are buying into, and he is the #1 merch seller, you're gonna just... Sorry, buddy. We don't need Roman to get booed.
I don't know. It's weird.
Like,
I almost feel like him beating the Fiend, even though he would get booed, that would still give him something. Like, I get that Vince doesn't think that. Maybe not, but, like, at least it would be like, here's the reason to hate him.
Yeah,
but Vince doesn't want him to be a heel.
One way or another.
Yeah, but Vince doesn't want him to be a heel, so that's not going to work.
No. It's like Cena.
But again, people love to hate Cena. Nobody loves to hate Roman.
Cena has a story. There's, like, I mean, I don't want to compare, but at this point in his career, Cena had a story. Like, Roman has been on the main roster since 2013. Well, it's actually 2012, and then he was on the main roster 2013. And it's 2020. By this point in Cena's career, he had an arc. Like, he was the guy who answered the ruthless aggression thing. And then he was at the Halloween party, and he was rapping to Stephanie, and Stephanie had him become the doctor of thugonomics, and he went through this whole thing, and then the JBL feud happened, and there was, like, a story.
Character development.
Yeah.
And we still don't have that.
It's not there. Like, it's not. It's just like, oh, you're Roman Reigns. Here, take this, take this, take this. Like,
part of it, though, is the fact that he's not that great at promos. He's better than he was.
He's better.
Still not great.
No. And that's another reason why I feel like they didn't want him against The Fiend, is because they knew Bray would destroy him on the microphone.
But also think about, like, his character, whatever you want to call it, him. What would he have to combat against the Fiend?
Yeah, exactly. What would he come back with?
Like, you put Cena with him. You can put Cena with him. Cena can come up with something to say.
Well, and Cena destroyed Roman on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
That was obvious. So it's like how would he fare with Firefly Funhouse coming up and them saying all this crap and the puppets saying this shit, and how would he
would just stand there and look confused.
He'd look confused and say, "Oh, you're a puppet." Well, no shit. Like duh. You're a puppet. No, really? I thought he was a real rabbit. My God, where have I been?
I'm sorry, this is totally off topic, but somebody tweeted that picture of Cody and said, "If you ever imagine a transformer and an angel having a love child that erupts from Kid Rock's anus." That's funny. Sorry.
But, I'm just so confused on why. You can have people who, and here's the thing, is like we said before, it's like, oh, well, he doesn't have a story beforehand. But there are characters who didn't have stories beforehand who have a story now.
Yep.
So it's like, that's not really an excuse. Other than the fact that, they just hand him everything. And it has nothing to do with him.
No.
This is with creative and Vince and the people in the company.
We need explanations to why. Is it because he's this spoiled, he's the Rock's cousin and he's spoiled, and handed.
But if that's the case, he's going to be a heel.
No, not necessarily. There's spoiled people that aren't heels.
The white meat baby faces aren't, though.
I don't know.
So that's when you sit there and go, well, then what is it? What? I don't know what his motivation is. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, what he wants, what is happening.
I don't know, but they need to figure it out.
If they wanted to really, as fucking sad and unfortunate as it sounds, he would actually be a better heel because he could maybe tell a better story.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have these chains on of having to please the children and the people.
And if you wanted him over as a heel, you could have put him against Fiend at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Shit. If he was, you can turn him heel after the fact. It's not that difficult. But I don't understand, why. I understand you don't want to do it because of the kids and all of that, but he can't. It can't be. The Fiend at this point is not a heel, not a face. He's an anti-hero, basically. That's the Fiend. He's not a heel. He's not a face. Unfortunately with him, it's given the situation is what he is. Do I think they're going to try to make him a heel against Cena? Yes. Do I think it's going to work? No.
Can we get heel Cena? If this is his last run, can we please get heel Cena?
I want Dr. Thugonomics back.
Yeah.
You know what? If we're not going to get heel Cena, have anti-hero versus anti-hero.
Heel Cena would be so good.
Yeah, but, the children won't let that happen.
Well, the children need to sit down and shut up.
Listen.
Go watch AEW.
Here's what I have to say. I have less years on this planet than you do. So give me what I want. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
Everybody would love that. I don't think it would be as terrible as they think it would be.
And here's the thing is you don't have to make him
evil.
Biggest fucking asshole on the planet. You don't. But people, he is a heel already because people are okay, let's think about this. After what he did to Nikki, do you really think that people are he's a great guy, that guy?
And like his haircut he has now, and he's just looks like an
just
asshole.
looks like slimy.
Yeah.
He looks slimy. He looks like you could just make him be like, just have that like shit eating like grin with his teeth out, like his fucking really super white teeth, and be like, isn't it great to be John Cena?
You can even have him where he doesn't really necessarily say anything that bad, so kids might not even realize that he is.
It'll go over their heads.
Yeah, but yet the adults will realize he's being a
total asshole.
Yeah,
like he would be one of those overly nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're just like, God, I fucking hate you.
Yep.
Yeah. Or you can make it to like where Cena is, no offense to people in certain religions, but those people who are in like Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormonism, where they're like, hi, and they're like super fake. Like, you know that they're judging you, but like, really, they want you to join their cult. Like, that's literally what I feel like. No
offense, but we just called your religion a cult.
Yeah. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult.
I know.
They're a cult. But they want you to join their cult, so they just be like super like overly friendly.
Like a Stepford wife.
Yes. But you know they're talking mad shit about you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't even have to make him evil.
It's like Regina George when she was like, oh, I love, what was it, your sweater or something?
Yeah.
And
oh my God, I love your sweater.
My mom's vintage. I love it. That's the ugliest sweater I have ever seen. Like,
you're so pretty. And she's like, oh, thank you. So you agree that you're pretty? Like, come on. It's not that difficult. Shit, I play nice with people all the time.
Yeah, the kids totally wouldn't get it.
The kids would not get it. Like, I've done that to children. I'd be like, oh, aren't you adorable? And I really did not mean it. And the kids are like, oh, thank you. Like, it is not that hard to make him an asshole. Just make him an asshole.
Or make him the asshole that's reeling in the children like the Pied Piper and making them believe it's shit. And then everybody else,
and then have the Fiend pop up and be like, you think I'm a cult leader? Battle of the cult leaders. Seth would have to learn something from the two of them, though.
And like, he could even talk about like masks and how there's different types of masks.
Yeah.
There's the one like the Fiend wears.
Or like,
there's the people that are walking around around you.
Yes.
You don't even know that they're wearing a facade.
Yeah. He could even, I mean, I don't think he would ever do it, but like, he could even use that whole like Nikki Bella, how he made her sign a 72-page like contract. He can sit there and like have somebody like an assistant or something be like, hold on, my assistant needs to sign their contract. And they're like, but there's 72 pages. And he's like, are you going to sign it? Like, just make him a fucking slimy dude. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just fucking make him fucking slimy. And then the Fiend would come out looking like roses.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If they had him go after the Funhouse, that would be even better. Because guess what? People would be pissed. Like, people would be like, are you fucking kidding?
Like, he would use like his money and his power to like get something done to it. Yep.
Have them evicted from the fun. Poor Ramblin' sitting outside of the cold. Cena just pops up. I've bought the Funhouse. Poor little Ramblin' sitting out in the...
Oh, you can stay, but you have to sign this 72-page contract.
Yeah.
The house rules.
It's the house rules. Poor little Ramblin' sitting outside.
Like, I don't know how to write.
I don't have thumbs. Mercy's like, fuck you. Abby just walks away. She's like, you woke me up for this? You have no bed now. I'm going to lay in my coffin now. Goodbye. Like, Ramblin's the only one with any concern. He's just like, but I don't have thumbs. The other ones are like, you can fuck right off. Oh my God, they could bring the Vince puppet in and be like, everybody has to sign a contract other than Vince. They like puts money in his mouth. See? He's happy. That would be hilarious. Like, oh my God, I'd be there for that. That shit would be hilarious.
I think so.
Yeah. And then you give the Fiend a reason to fight. He stole your house.
He evicted your family.
He evicted your children. He, not only that, but this is about revenge as well. We're going back to what broke the Fiend. And we'll see. I just don't fuck it up. Don't let Cena win.
I don't think
if Cena wins, if Cena wins though, can you imagine the fucking, like, people would fucking riot.
I would be entertained. Really would.
I'd just be sitting there going, I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. Well, that's nice. Bray, go get the rocking chair in the dark room. Here we go again. Oh God, people would die. Like,
honestly, I'd secretly be here for it.
you just want to see like madness.
I do. I want to. Well, I mean, we already kind of saw it, but this would be
so like no, literally. You're kind of going into my territory. You just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, I want to watch wrestling Twitter burn. Basically.
Yeah, but it'd be like in public too because it's WrestleMania. So a lot of people from wrestling Twitter are there in person.
Right. It's like
you just watch the world burn.
I would enjoy it.
Like, I would be very angry, but like secretly I'd have my camera out, just like taping it. Just like, this is great. Anarchy. I love it.
People would be like defacing the posters and stuff.
Yeah.
People would get into Access on Monday and like rip everything down.
Fucking protest inside Access. And I'm just sitting there like,
have a sit out at Raw and I'll go inside.
And I'd be like, I'm on a plane. So I don't care. I'm on a plane.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be bad. Like, people, I feel like if they have to do it. Like,
yeah, I don't think even if there was another option before, there's not now.
There is not another option. They've backed themselves into the corner just like with the Seth thing. Like, this is not a situation where you can be like, oh, it's okay. Like, he has to win. Or else Vince has a very, very big problem on his hands. Yikes. But anyway, guys, we don't like Goldberg. Just letting y'all know. Just thought I'd throw that out there. We don't like Goldberg. He's trash, and not the good kind.
But he buys jelly by my house.
Well, you know what? If you see him by your house buying jelly, tell him I told him to fuck off.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll be sure to tell him.
Or send him a note that says, why would you do that? Just why? Just why?
Like money.
Why?
Money.
I don't give a fuck. Go to your retirement home and stay there.
He is in his retirement home. That's where he takes the jelly.
Well, you know what? You need to get your nurse to not let you out of your retirement home.
I think it's his wife.
Well, you know what? You need to hire a nurse because your wife's not doing a good enough job.
We've spent way too long talking about this.
I don't care. It is something that we needed to talk about.
It is, but it took up like the majority of the podcast.
Yeah. And?
Okay. Just saying.
They're just
wasn't there another rant you wanted to have?
Oh yeah, but this rant is not going to be as long, and it has nothing. Well, kind of has nothing to do with wrestling. So guys, there is a certain segment of the podcast audience, and I'm not going to name names. I'm not. But this person decided to say that Jen and I complain a lot.
Oh God, that's what your rant is about.
Oh no, it goes further. We apparently complain a lot.
That really made you mad.
Oh, it did. Because, guys, apparently we complain a lot on our show. That we can talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
I don't feel like we complain that much. I mean, we critique.
We give criticism.
I don't think. I mean, and wasn't it about the food thing? About me talking about the kind of meat that I won't eat.
Let's look.
Like, I don't really see that as being.
There was a few things that they said that we complain about. Yeah. But also, just remember, guys, some of the people who say we complain have been in our DMs. So, just put it that way.
I don't think mine.
Apparently, it was about the meat.
Yeah. So why is that complaining?
But they didn't clarify. They said, "I like you, but sometimes you just complain."
But what was it about the meat that I was complaining about?
I don't know, because there's about 7 topics in that tweet that they talked about. So I don't know.
The meat specifically. All I said was, I will not eat lamb or veal or venison. That's all I said.
Yeah. I didn't think you were complaining.
I eat beef. I eat beef. I eat chicken. I eat pig beef. Yeah. I eat pig to a certain extent, not that much. I'm not a huge like ham or bacon person.
I gotta do pork every so often.
Yeah. And then I will eat seafood, but I don't feel like I was complaining about food. I wasn't like, oh my God, there's no food.
That's what I don't understand is like stating your preferences is not complaining.
I didn't feel like that was complaining.
No, like fuck. I don't understand, like, what do you want from us? Not to have our personal self in this show?
I don't know. I didn't get as mad as you.
Well, you know what, Jen? Apparently, they want us to be like those other podcasts who are like, my name is so-and-so, and Dave Meltzer said that that's happened, and he gave it 17 stars. Like, I'm not going to do that. That's not what we do here. I'm sorry, but this is our show, and we'll talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, because it's our show, and not yours.
It is our show.
And if you would like to go out and put your opinion out into the world, go start your own goddamn show. Don't come to me with your opinions.
Oh God, people are allowed to give their opinion, but
like, don't be saying that we complained. We didn't complain about dick.
I didn't complain about food. I really love food.
Really, we like food a lot. Like,
half of our trip is gonna be food. So like,
I'm very confused. Like, what? How did we complain? Like, I listened to the whole last week's whole episode, and I was just like, we didn't complain about anything. Like, what? Like, what are we complaining about? Tell me.
I should vlog all of my food.
You should. Just become a food blogger.
Yep. This is what I had for breakfast.
So, guys, we've gone from talking about sex to just talking about food. Why? Because that's what we do here. Ladies and gentlemen, we no longer talk about sex. We just talk about food. Look at this lovely, lovely steak I got at this restaurant in Tampa, Florida.
Yep.
I bought this cheeseburger in Atlanta.
I think I will vlog. I will make a video of all my food for my Instagram story.
Guys, she's going to be a food vlogger.
I will critique. I'm going to try new things. I'm going to be trying Portillo's for the first time.
That's very good.
Yeah. I've had Pei Wei, but I don't think I've ever documented Pei Wei, so I can document
We're going to document that.
We're going to have a seafood bowl, which I've had before.
Yeah.
But, if we find any other chain restaurants I've never been to. Have you ever been to Culver's?
Yes. There's one literally right down the street from my house.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
never mind.
Good to know for next time you come, though.
Yeah, we have one here now, finally.
No, there you go.
It took forever.
But yeah, I mean, literally, I just don't understand why.
I will video my food and my alcoholic beverages.
Yeah. And yeah. And I will vlog access.
And I won't complain.
No complaining, Jen. Even if the food tastes like garbage, you cannot say.
No, I'll eat it anyway.
Because, Jen, remember, we have to be very positive. Sorry.
I try to be positive. It just doesn't work very often.
I never said I was positive.
No, I never said I was either.
No, that was never something that we said. Like, you're not here for, like, power of positivity. You're
like,
not.
I can sit here and pick out good things to talk about. I feel like praising something all the time is not very entertaining.
No, like, you guys aren't here to hear us be like, oh my God, they did this, and this so great. Oh my God. Like, that's not us.
No. And I'm not super negative. I'm negative to a degree, but it's not like I walk around thinking my whole life is negative and every comment I make is negative. That's not true.
No. I mean, even me, with my dark, dark soul, I am not negative all the time.
No.
I'm not.
You're not.
Surprisingly, I am very positive sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But then
breaking news, Mox won.
Oh, good for him. But when I hear shit like, you guys complain, it's like, okay, shut up. Like, okay, shut up. I am providing my opinion on things, and if you don't like my opinion, you can walk away. Or you can keep hate listening and tell us that we're terrible.
I don't know if anybody's going to do that anymore after you got so upset.
But, like, we're awesome, so I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what the big fucking deal is.
I don't know.
I don't either. I mean, if we just sat here and we're, like, super positive and we're, like, shilling the WWE, somebody would hate it.
Well, and there are podcasts out there that do exactly that.
Yeah.
For AEW, WWE.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if we were like that, then somebody'd hate it. If, like, we were anti-AEW the whole entire time, people would hate it. Like, we're not going to do anything right, basically. What?
We kind of are anti-AEW.
But a majority of our episodes, we don't sit there and, like, straight up the whole hour be like, oh, AEW sucks. Fuck Cody, blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't do that.
No, we just, I mean, people know that's our opinion, but.
I mean, yeah. But we don't dwell on the fact that, like, we hate it. Or we don't hate
it. We did dwell on the tattoo, but that was worthy of it.
Well, yeah, that's a
personal decision. That's a story right there.
Yeah, like, that is something completely different than sitting there and just sitting for an hour and be like, oh yeah, AEW sucks, and we watched on Wednesday, and this is the shit they did wrong.
Yeah, Mox is the AEW champion.
Well, yeah, because Jericho has concerts, so I mean.
Well, he performed apparently he performed his entrance song apparently.
Oh, wasn't that special?
Yeah, with a choir.
Oh, isn't that special?
I thought so.
That's very special.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, but here we are, complainers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, we literally are hot messes. So I don't know what you're expecting. Like, there's not going to be, like, hard-hitting journalism here.
No.
I
really don't think that we're as negative. I mean, I'm not saying we're sunshine.
No. But we've never said we were.
No.
I mean, we literally have no filters.
We sat here just now, though, and talked about Roman in a positive spin.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything. You didn't really say anything that bad about Goldberg, really.
Yeah, because I already got it out on Twitter.
Yeah. I
could have said so much worse, though. Like the other day, I was asking if he was going to fall down the stairs in his old folks' home.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So see, guys, I'm growing. I'm improving.
That's great.
See?
It's great.
It is. It's great. People grow and people change.
Yes, they do.
Or they just get over it. Which I have gotten over the fact that an old fucking man is the Universal Champion. I've gotten over it.
Well, he's the SmackDown champion.
That's the Universal Champion.
Is it? See, I don't even fucking know anymore.
Yeah, that's the Universal Champion. Because Brocky Shark is the...
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so out of the
Brock
loop.
Lobster is the WWE Champion.
Oh.
Yeah. And the Fiend was
Universal
Champion. And then he lost it to the number one player on the Retirement Castles shuffleboard team. Yeah. Choices. Major.
Well, I can't remember which belt's on which channel, so.
Yeah. Jen doesn't even know.
No.
She doesn't even know.
It's partially because I don't watch every week, but
She doesn't.
I keep up with it through Twitter.
I don't watch Raw all the time. Like, that's the other thing is, like, people sit here and are like, oh my God, Raw is so good. Oh my God. What am I not seeing? Because I really think Raw sucks. Like, I'm not entertained by it.
Really? Because everybody's talking about Raw being so good.
I know. And I'm just bored. Like, nothing really, like, jumps out and is like, hey. Like, Drew's good.
Drew is good.
Drew is good. The Seth thing, I'm just like... Okay.
I don't hate it.
But I don't hate it, but I'm just like, okay. Otherwise, like, there's AJ. Maybe it's going to pick up now that Taker will probably be showing up.
Maybe. Mox is crying.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. But then again, SmackDown is not like... SmackDown is so hit and miss. Like, there's some things that they do, and it's just like, that's great. Like, I'm entertained. I'm drawn in. I'm here for it. And then there's like all the other shit that just sucks. Like, I can at least say Raw, I'm not like, oh my God, it sucks. But I'm not entertained.
Right.
Like, SmackDown, I can say it's literally like, it's really good or really bad. So, you know, I guess you could say Raw is doing better in that respect. But, like, I think part of the reason is everybody I like is on SmackDown. I mean, barring the OC and AJ.
Really?
Braun, Sammy, Shinsuke, The Fiend, Cesaro, Otis and Tucky, The Miz, John Morrison, the Usos. Like, everybody I like is on SmackDown.
Oh, he won his belt and said, God damn it, I love this shit on the microphone. Good for Mox.
I'm proud of him. How about he tries to make the show better?
He's bleeding. His whole face is cut. He's got a big cut of his eye.
Okay. Well,
We're happy for Mox. We're Mox fans.
We are. I feel bad that he bought in on that shit. So basically, like, 1, 2, I guess 3, I guess. We like Edge, but he's not on the show very much.
I like Orton. I'll say it. I like Orton.
Kevin Owens. I mean, Alistair, Andrade, Street Profits. Matt won't be on the show anymore. In 30 minutes. Matt will no longer be on the show. Ruru, Joe.
Liv is on there.
Liv is on there. I feel like I like Raw's women's roster,
Yeah,
SmackDowns, but the men's roster, I like SmackDowns better than Raw.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, they have Asuka, Becky, the Iconics, Charlotte, Kyrie. We hate Lana. Liv, Ruby, Zelina. But, like, the men's roster on SmackDown, though. Let's go through this. Apollo. He's all right. Big E. We like Big E. Bo Dallas. We like Bo. Braun, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, The Revival, Drew Gulak, Elias, Bray, Heath Slater, Jeff Hardy, The Usos, John Cena, John Morrison, Corbin, Kofi, The Miz, Otis and Tucky, Sami Zayn, Sheamus, Shinsuke, and Xavier Woods. I mean, that is like a way better roster. I'm sorry.
That's true. It's not used very well, but
Not being very used. Yeah, but like, it's people that I'm invested in. Like, I'm not invested in, no offense, I'm not invested in you. Let me go up on the Raw roster. I'm sorry, Shelton Benjamin. I'm not very invested. Riddick Moss. I still don't know who the fuck you are.
nope.
No, don't know who you are. Mojo, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're never on TV. We love you, though, but you're never on TV. Rowan. He would be so much better in the Funhouse.
No one cares about the cage anymore.
Nobody cares about the cage anymore. Kurt Hawkins.
No.
No. Bobby Lashley.
No.
No. Big Show.
No.
No. Like, nobody cares. So I think that might be the thing, is like, I'm just not invested in Raw's male roster. And I mean, unfortunately, the male roster is a majority of the show. Right?
Yep.
So I think it's just it is really difficult. I think it's difficult because the writing sucks on both shows. I mean, there's at least something on Raw. Like, there is like a genuine story, kind of. I mean, not like, there's not like, oh my god, there's a massive story, blah blah blah. Like, it's not. But
Well, the Otis and Mandy story is on SmackDown.
it is, but that's kind of fallen apart.
It's a storyline, at least, though.
Yeah. I mean, the Fiend. But part of me thinks that Bruce Pritchard and Vince have nothing to do with the Fiend, or are very hands off on that.
Oh, I'm sure Vince is.
Yeah. I feel like Vince doesn't even know who the Fiend is. As long as that money goes into in his pocket after the merch sales, I don't think he cares. It's just it's hard. It's very hard because everybody's like, oh my god, Raw's so good. I'm like, I don't see it. Maybe if Heyman works SmackDown?
Some point he may. I did read that Heyman's going to be involved in the Fiend storyline for Mania. I did read that.
I heard it was Goldberg and Roman, actually. Because apparently Goldberg is friends with Heyman. You know. For reasons. I don't know why.
Restless. You guys are getting restless.
That must mean it's time.
They're like, we've been laying here a while being good. We're done.
That must mean it's time for us to end our show. And I feel like we weren't super trashy this time.
No.
That means next week. It's Hold My Beer. This is happening. Yeah, guys. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Not a fan. And we don't have New Japan to distract us. Because of the coronavirus. So it's kind of just a shitty time. Just a shitty time all around. Right?
Yeah, so we don't know when that's going to be. The ban's going to be lifted then.
No, there's talk that they're not going to let anybody from Japan into the U.S., so Ring of Honor's Mania show might be screwed. Yeah. We'll see, though. I mean, it could be. It might not be. I don't know. So we'll find out, guys. Maybe soon. I don't know. Maybe they'll fly them in early. Yeah, I don't know, guys. We'll definitely find out kind of what's going on and what the deal is, and hopefully next week we can kind of get some more stuff together and be like, not like, what the fuck.
Well, maybe there will be a better plan for Mania by next week. Probably not.
Oh, I mean,
maybe
we're a month out. You need to have a plan, some kind of plan. Like, I'm not saying you have to have it all figured out, but like
an outline.
An outline. Like, hey, we're gonna do this.
Some bullet points would be good.
Some bullet points. Like, just kind of figure it out. But anyway, guys, we must bid you adieu. And to that, we say good night. And I need a nap.
Bye.